Hey everybody, I'm here today with a driving lesson on steering in the snow. It's actually a really snowy day outside. I'll roll down this window. Hopefully you can see that it's actually, look, check this out. I made a snowball from the snow on my window. So it's a really snowy day. There's a lot of snow, a lot of which is in my car right now because I just let it in. And I'm gonna give you some tips for steering in the snow. Now I'm gonna be driving through the snow, and in part of this video, I'll purposely allow my car to lose control a little bit to show you how to recover from a slide properly. Now let's get right to it. I'm gonna buckle up, because you should always buckle up, but when you're driving in the snow and steering in the snow, things get a lot more dangerous. So it's especially important to make sure that you buckle up and you drive safely. Let's turn on the windshield wipers, and we're actually gonna move forward as soon as this car gets out of the way. Now, when steering in the snow, the key is to do it smoothly and slowly. So when you're steering on dry roads, you can take turns at a decent speed. But when you're steering in the snow, you have to take those turns much slower and much smoother in order to do them properly and safely. So it looks like the car is just basically parked in the middle of the road. So I'm actually just gonna turn around. We'll turn around and we will use another street. So as you can see right here, I'm steering in the snow, and now that I'm doing sort of a 3-point turn right over here, you can see that it's much easier to turn the steering wheel in the snow. The steering wheel turns really easily, but when you accelerate, what happens is your tires might spin a bit, and I'm gonna actually steer to the right. I'm gonna turn right in the snow right now from a standstill. My tires are spinning, my traction control is kicked in, and I'm steering, and my car's barely turning. Now, as you can see right there, I had to oversteer and then correct it in order to actually make that turn. Because if I steered the steering wheel, if I turned the steering wheel just the regular amount, what would happen is I wouldn't steer enough, okay? So I had to oversteer in order to get my car to actually make the turn, and then I had to correct it. So that's one strategy. Now, if your car starts sliding, you want to turn into the slide in the opposite direction of where you're currently turning. I'm going to turn here. We'll get my car into a slide right here. Let's go ahead. Look, my car's sliding. I'm turning into the steer to catch it, as you saw right there. Okay, and that is a huge factor. If you are steering throughout a turn and you find your tail end start to slide, you steer in the opposite direction that you're currently turned, and that will help you. So once again, we'll do that one more time on one of these streets here. As you can see, I'm oversteering and then overcorrecting. And that's my way of making sure that I continue my turn curve properly. Because if I just turn the wheel the regular amount, I'm not gonna turn within where I wanna turn. I'm gonna turn way too wide because I'm not gripping. So basically what you have to do, the few key points are this. Number one, slow down, okay? Regularly, if I could take a turn at, let's say, 20 or 25 kilometers per hour, I'm gonna have to slow down significantly to like 10 kilometers an hour, maybe 12 kilometers per hour, okay? You're gonna have to do that in order to steer properly. Now, when your tires are spinning, as you can see, when your tires are spinning, I have to turn the steering wheel to sort of catch the car. Even though the traction control is kicking in, it's not enough to allow the car to just turn regularly. You still have to sort of catch it. So watch, what I will do is I will slow down and I'll take this turn. And for this turn right here, I will not make the car go into a slide. I'll just turn regularly. My signal's on, mirrors, blind spot. Watch this. I'm taking the turn very slowly. I'm currently going about 10 kilometers an hour. And I'm sliding a little bit. So what happens is when you turn, if you realize that your car's sliding, if the back end is sliding a bit, you have to catch it. You have to turn the steering wheel to catch it. If it's only sliding a little bit, like it did right there, you just have to turn the steering wheel just a little bit to catch it. If your tail end is sliding a lot, you're gonna have to turn your steering wheel significantly to catch it. As you can see, that was a turn from the stop, and my tires were barely spinning, and I still had to overcorrect that steering wheel. So that's the key takeaway point from this video. You have to overcorrect when you are steering, which is the equivalent of basically turning it back the opposite way. Okay, that helps you hold on to your car in the snow. If you start sliding, turn the steering wheel in the opposite direction and go against the slide. So once again, I will take this turn right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start sliding on purpose. So I'm gonna just give the e-brake a little pull just to start sliding. Signal, mirrors, blind spot. I can see there's no traffic, so I'm comfortable doing this. Let's just give the e-brake a little crank, just like that. I'm sliding, turn that wheel back and catch it. You gotta turn that wheel back. Turn it back. So what I'm gonna do is, hopefully there's another opportunity up here to show you how to catch yourself in a slide when you're steering in the snow. Let's see what we have over here. All right, so there's actually a curve in the road. I'm gonna see if there's no traffic in that curve. I will actually put the car into a little slide and correct it. Now, once again, I'm not sideways completely. I'm just making the tail end slide a little bit with this method, and I'm making sure that it's safe to do so. No traffic, we're good. Let's put the car into a slide, okay? Sliding, catch that, just like that. Very simple. You have to turn back. You have to turn back. That's one of them. If I could only give you one point to take away from this video that will help you with steering in the snow, it's learn how to correct your slides, just like that method I've shown you. Other than that, the other key points are that you have to take turns much slower and much smoother, okay? See, look, check this out. I'm driving very slow, and I still have to catch it a little bit right there. But the key is everything's got to be slower, because if you take a turn at a regular speed, what's going to happen is your tires are not gripping the road, so they're going to slide a little bit, and that's going to cause you to have a much wider turn, and it might put you into a complete slide. It might just create a dangerous situation. It might cause you to get into an accident or a near accident. So you have to understand that when it snows outside, the number of accidents go through the roof. And that's because not many people know how to properly drive in the snow. Sure, yes, people can drive in the snow, but they don't know how to properly drive in the snow. So right here, as you can see, I caught the steering wheel, I turned it back a little bit, and I just did everything much, much slower. And that's basically it. There seems to be more traffic right now on these streets, so I'm not gonna do any more slides and catches. Although, you know, I just really wanted you to take that one takeaway point from this video. Also, everything's gotta be slower and smoother. Your turns can't be, you know, where you're turning the steering wheel back and forth. It's just gotta be smoother. I'll do one more turn right here, just to show you what I'm talking about with regards to smooth. Okay, I come to a complete stop, mirrors, blind spot, signals on. My tires are spinning a bit. Look at how smooth steering wheel turn. And one last thing, and I gotta catch that. There we go, I had to catch the tail end. Is that if your tires are spinning and you're trying to steer, especially if your car's front wheel drive and your tires are spinning and your front tires are spinning and your front wheels are trying to steer, you're gonna create a situation that's hard to control. If your tires are spinning, ease off the gas, and what will happen is your steering wheel and your wheels will start to catch the road a bit more. Because when your tires are spinning, you have virtually no grip. They're just barely hanging on to the surface. So you have to ease off on the gas, and that will give you the upside of being able to, you know, just catch the wheel and take control. And that's basically it. We'll do one more right here. Let's crank it. Catch it. Check that out. Catch it. That was a harder one, much more aggressive one. So that would be a more realistic slide if you were driving faster, okay? That's basically it. I really, really would like you to make sure that you are comfortable driving and steering in the snow. Now, I chose a very snowy day to make this video. By the time it gets released on my channel, you know, the snow might be far gone at that point, but I chose a very snowy day to make this video. Hopefully you can see all the snow, but it's, you know, like I said, there is a significant amount of snow. If you take a look on my mirror right here, you know, we have a little snowball over here. Okay, and that's it for me getting snow all inside of my car. I'm gonna stop the video right now. Be sure to give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. What are your tips for driving in the snow, steering in the snow, and so forth? Let me know as a comment down below. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.